Hello. This video is a continuation of an older video about creating curved ramp geometry in SketchUp for PyroSim. And in this version of the video, what the question that was asked on the other video in YouTube was, what if the ramp width changes from the bottom to the top so that it's wider at the entry and narrower at the top. And so what I have done is kind of strip back the original model to that original path that we drew, which is that extrusion path, and then took the profile, the cross-sectional profile of the ramp, copied, and made it the dimensions, the width that I want at the bottom. And then I copied that and attached it to this corner point where it enters the ramp. So it's like the starting point where it enters the vertical rise portion, where it connects to that rise at the top of the ramp. And now this cross-sectional area is different. This is smaller width than the width below. And then I just copied that same profile here. So you have these 4 cross-section profiles, and there's another tool that you can use called Curviloft, and it has this ability to loft along a path. And what you can do with this, once you enable this, is the first thing that you do is you select the edge that you want to loft along. So we'll pick this. We'll get this, and it just kind of rail selects up, and then we get this one. So we have that. We can validate that contour. Now we pick the profiles of the each shape that we want to loft through. So number 2 is the first one. We'll go 3 will be this one. Oh, that. And then 4 is this one. And then the last will be here. All right, and then once we're done with that, we can validate those contours. It just kind of checks that they're all complete, and then we will loft along the path. And so it then takes that and gives you a preview, and you can see that it connects to the narrower point here, that it gets wider as it goes down, and connects to that profile there. So you do need these control profiles. You need the first kind of your starting shape, and then the shape right as it enters the ramp. You need that to be held there. If you didn't, excuse me, if I only had the starting one and then this ending one, when it ramps, it would be like kind of curving through this point and curving through that point. So you need these starting points, starting and ending points for the ramp to be the same as the final start and end points. Once we're done with all of that, we'll finish and create the geometry, and now we have the variable width ramp. So it starts wide and gets narrow as it goes to the top. And you get very much the same effect. And then I can do the same thing where I export this file export to a 3D model, and we can use the default DAE because PyroSim supports that format. We can import that into PyroSim, and then we'll have the ramp just as we had before. So I will link to the previous video just because it gives you a little bit more information about importing that into PyroSim, but I wanted to give this short update of how you can do variable width and variable shaped paths through this Curviloft tool. So if you have any questions, please let us know. Thank you.